Hi everyone, welcome. What are you expecting today? Because whatever you expect, that's exactly what you're going to receive. You cannot expect something or you cannot receive something that you have not previously created. Every creator has a creation. You cannot expect to see a creation if the creator has not created it. So you receive your creation. Receive. I want you to pay key. The receive word is key in this video. If you remember when you were a child, let's say you go to the park and you have a bag of candy. And there's children coming in and mothers and children, and all of a sudden, kids like, oh, gimme, 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 gimme. And you go, no. And what does your mother say? Honey, share with your friend. Just give to your friend. Share or give. Just give, give, give. So the little kid, you take it and you give it, and you take it and you give it. And guess what happens, guys? Then you look in your bag and you go, ooh, I only have one candy left. And some child, a little kid comes out and says like, give me, give me, give me. And you're like, no, I don't want to give. Because you're aware that you're not going to have anything left. So you turn stingy. Why do we do that? Because we don't know the source where that came from. That bag of candy came from the parent, from the source. So what do? Well, because in that moment we're looking so much at the bag of not having enough, we've forgotten where that bag came from to begin with, that there was a source that gave it to us. But we look at what is and we say there's only one candy, and we begin to fret. We jump up and down. We're angry with the children, with the circumstance. Then eventually you go to the mother as if, oh, I remember where this came from. And you go to the mother and you say, I don't have any candy, and you still keep complaining. And the mother's, after she, calms you down, right? Then she says, well, honey, mommy can buy you another bag. And then you go, really? You're going to buy me another bag? Even then you don't believe, right? And then the mother says, yes, honey, I will buy it to you tomorrow or after we leave the park. And you go, oh, almost feel as if there's expectation. You're about to receive. You're looking forward to it. Are you sure, mother? And the mother goes, yes, honey. Yes. It's your insistence. It's your persistence, right? And guess what happens? Because you know your mother's word is true, you can trust the source, then you can go back and play. You can take that candy and say, here, take it, because I know more is coming. Well, we have a tendency to do that when we're adults. So we look at our bank account when we see the $10, not understanding that it was this energy inside of us. We, with the energy, created the $10 or the $100. As it begins to trickle away because we have to pay bills and all kinds of things, right? We began to enter into panic mode, forgetting that we were the ones that created that amount to begin with. And when I say we, you with the energy, because you're body and spirit, or body and energy. So you, the physical body, worked with this energy. When we talk about working together, and I want to focus on the word receive, because we have a difficult time across the board to receive. That is why in business people fight, and I would not say fight, but they negotiate as to what are you going to give to me? What am I going to give to you? Everybody wants to receive. And the person that is aware of the energy field or how the laws of this energy work, then they know they don't have to go in and say too many words. They're just going to say something because they've already set into place the effect, the end from the beginning. Right? They've created the end from the beginning, so they can go into a business meeting already prepared and know this is going to be in my favor. Yes, everybody's going to, have a piece of the pie, but somebody's going to have probably a bigger piece. It's the person that has already created the end from the beginning. So how do you create more candy? How do you create more money? Is learning how to receive more money. When we go through the process of creation and manifestation, we are putting ourselves in the position to receive. I talk in my business program, SRCW Revolution 2.0. There is so much noise out there in the industry, in the business world online, and you know that very well too. If you have a business, it's hard for you to find your voice. The reality is not that you don't have a voice, that you don't have clarity as to your voice. The bottom line is, we don't know how to receive in the business world. We don't know how to receive on a personal level. We don't know how to receive on a business level. Receive, receive, receive. That's the key. So when you know where all good things come from, then you can go to bed in peace. I talk about it in my bonus material, The Power of Rest. That's when you enter into authority. That's where I describe what authority means, because you do have authority. Life is union of mind and speech. That's your authority. So how do we receive more, or how do we create more? You know that the 2 fishes and 3 loaves of bread, they were multiplied. Well, the way they were multiplied, they were set apart. To bless is to be set apart. I show you in my business program how to set your business apart. What does that mean, to set your business apart? When you set your business apart, there's a supernatural power, obviously, that comes into your business, and you don't have to worry about everybody else's voice, right? Because you set your business apart. You blessed your business, or it's been set apart. So to create more, to multiply more, and to have crumbs or even left over, the cup overflows, is to know how to create more. We create as far as the breaking point, or the what you might call the survival point. Well, if I have $10 and I need $3,000 by the end of the month, all you think about is, well, I want to manifest $3,000. That's okay. That's all you have faith for. But your purpose is to manifest the overflow and live off of the overflow. Okay? Not live off of what's coming every month. You're supposed to live off of the overflow, meaning your bills have to already be guaranteed to be paid off, even in business. So how do we multiply? How do we multiply the little candy? How do I multiply the $10? How do I multiply the 2 fish and 3 loaves of bread? How do I multiply it? How do I multiply it? But then how do I receive it? That is why we talk about the law of attraction, the law of manifestation. That's what it means. It's multiplication. Now, you can multiply what is, meaning you can give authority to what is even more, or you can give authority for something else to come into your life, or certain other opportunities to come into your life. We start in step number 1, understanding that I know where the source is. I know where everything comes from. And obviously everything comes from inside of you. This is when you have to trust in your authority. This is when you have to have loyalty in you. You have to have confidence in you. You have to have trust in you, because your word is God's word. Right? That's what Neville said. Your thoughts are his thoughts. Your words are his words. So step number 1, you must decide on what it is you want. Well, I have $10. Okay, well, how much do you want? Step number 2, you've got to be clear, right? So you say, okay, this is what I want. Well, where do you see that money? Is it in your account? Is it in your hand? Usually comes into your account. Okay, step number 3, you have to give it life. You have to animate it. You have to give it life. Because where your energy goes, your body shall go also. Where your imagination goes, or energy, your body shall also follow. So you always put the energy first. That is why we create with the spirit or imagination, and then it shall be done. That's your authority. So step number 3 is when you enter into the vision. Without vision, you perish. So activate the vision. The way you activate the vision is when you see yourself there. When I moved into the condo that I wanted to move, it was only 2 weeks later. Only 7 months later, I said, I've seen this somewhere. I've taken the picture of the island, of the kitchen, and as I looked at this picture on my phone, I go, whoa, I've seen this somewhere. Well, yeah, it was here. I didn't even realize I manifested it only 2 weeks later. So I gave it life, and the way I gave it life or activated it, as I saw my hand, imaginary hand, rubbing the top of the countertop, and I go, yeah, this is what I want. Yeah, I attached love to it. I gave it the meaning of love. Yeah, I love this. This feels good. This is what I want. Oh yeah, $3,000, this feels good. You can see the money, you can touch it, you can rub it, give it life. See movement, okay? Not just like a picture. You've got to involve yourself with it. That's when you activate it. Step number 4, you are going to have present circumstances come against this vision. That means, oh, that's not working, or your focus is going to go, oh, I see the cars and I see the keys were on the floor, and you're thinking like, keys? Whose keys? Why the floor? Because your mind is unruly. It's going to go in different directions. It's like a wild horse, so you bring it back. You bring it back. You control the mind. So the mind can create. And you say, no, 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 you come back. You have the will to do that, so you bring it back. It goes again against you, right? It wants to work against you. It doesn't want it to be in control. You say, no, 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 and you bring it back. Neville Goddard talked about that. You bring it back. You're like, no, come back. No, come back. Okay? So again, you go back and you touch the money, count the money, pay the bills, whatever you're doing. And you also can hear something. It's not necessarily, but you can hear something. If you want to hear something or see someone else around you. Step number 5, you must enter into gratitude. Gratitude is releasing the authority for that thing to come into existence. This is when we talk about affirmations. Affirmations are your authority. Authority flows from heaven to earth. Your words release authority. When Jesus spoke to the fig tree and he said, from today on you shall not give fruit. The next day Peter said, look, you cursed the tree. You spoke to the tree and it died. He said, well, yeah, because if you say, it shall be done unto you as you have believed. So you have to attach belief to what you've just created. And you must release the faith. You must release the faith, or you must flip the switch. It's like this. You have a house. This is the house. There's energy running through it. Unless you flip the switch, there's not going to be light. Let there be light. There's no light unless you flip the switch. Meaning, you've got to release. Do you believe? Are you faithful? Are you loyal to what you've seen? Do you believe that? If you believe that, say it. Say it. I am there. I am here. He is this. I have that. Those are affirmations. And you keep insisting and you keep persisting. You visualize a couple of times throughout the day and you keep affirming. That's gratitude. You can sit there now with your partner or someone and you can sit there and go, what am I going to do with $10,000? Wow, can you imagine $10,000? Yeah, I would go and do this. You can speak out loud now with the person that you trust. You might have a partner next to you, and if you both believe in this creation and manifestation, then you can talk to them and say, honey, what are we going to do with the $20,000? And you talk about it every day. And then something happens. You know what happens? You go and take your car to the dealership, and that old man that owns the dealership, or the car shop, right? He fixes your car, I should say. He turns around and says, hey, Jimmy, you know what, man? I have about, how many cows does this man had? I think he had like 20 cows, I believe. And he said, I have had these 20 cows for so many years. I'm too old. I don't know how to take care of them. Do you want them? And the guy goes, cows? I live in the city. What am I going to do with the cows? But you have to learn to say yes. You have to learn to say yes. And he said, sure, I'll take them. Well, guess what? That man sold the cows for $20,000. And you might say, well, where did the $20,000 came from? You just don't know where it's going to come from. You just have to learn to say yes. And it was a normal routine, or meaning he had to go and fix his car. And he did not know that the owner owned 20 cows. He wanted to get rid of them. He said, well, sure, I'll take them. Immediately found a buyer. He sold them for $20,000. And I don't know how many cows there were there. But he sold the cows and he had the $20,000. That was the bridge of incidences. He created an opportunity because he kept holding on to the $20,000. So what are you holding on to? To what is or what it shall be. Okay? So learn to receive, meaning say yes, 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 you should do this. Yes, you should do that. Yes, I should go here. Yes. Okay? Let's learn to receive. Let's learn to say yes rather than no. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Take a look in the description box below if you want me to serve you even further. And I'm here. If you have a business, look at my business program. If you are thinking about entering into business and you want to change your mind, mentality, and prepare yourself for that, then you can look at Manifest Without Money membership program. Thank you so much for watching. With much gratitude, this is Luminita. Bye now.